All right. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it right. Donald Trump will consider. He said he's going to look at all the facts and he will consider Potter and Diddy if Diddy is convicted of the RICO. And a lot of people are speaking out. A lot of people are happy about this news. And a lot of people are sad about this news. So I'll bring it to you guys. What do you guys think about it? In this video, I will be playing the audio in the video that Trump is speaking on. And I put the link up so you guys can call in to share your opinions on it. And this comes to no surprise. Trump, he can't stand the feds because the feds tried to get Trump locked up for a lot of stuff. They try to say that Trump was accused of having a RICO. Do you guys remember that? Did you guys know that Trump is being accused of being involved in a RICO as well? And the feds is coming for Trump as well. So I don't think Trump liked the feds and he really want to F the feds. And this is the way he can do it. But I do feel like Diddy messed up because Trump said that Diddy have said some horrible stuff about him. Trump said when he got into running, Diddy said some horrible stuff about him. He said we were good friends before he got into politics, but when he got into politics, Diddy, he was such a liberal, a Democrat, that he felt like he had to talk crap about Donald Trump because he was running as a Republican. So Donald Trump still remember that. So in order for Trump to give Diddy grace, I believe that I believe that Diddy has to sell his soul to Trump. Diddy is going to have to bend the knee. Diddy is going to have to take back everything, and Diddy is going to have to do whatever Trump tell him to do at a drop of a dime. But I think it can benefit Trump greatly. We know that Trump, he's going to destroy everything and rebuild everything in his image so he can have more power and control. And I know Trump really want to get rid of the feds. So what are y'all thoughts about this? I'm going to put it up here. Let me know if you guys can hear me good. Press that 2 if you guys can hear me greatly. So let me put this up here so you guys can see it. All right, here it is. This is Donald Trump.
In 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been.
So you heard what he said. He said, ain't nobody asked. Diddy team have not asked him yet, but he says, I know you're thinking about it. So Diddy, if you better start getting on your knees and begging Trump. You better start begging Trump, getting on your knees, because if you're found guilty, you're going to need Trump in your back pocket. All right, let's continue on.
Close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening. And I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. It's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure.
Right. And I just want to stop. Mike, you absolutely right. Trump is effing the feds up, boy, big time. He wants them to bleed, and that is what he's doing. All the hard work that the feds are going to do or have done, Trump is cutting it up because remember, Mike, the feds went after Donald Trump hard. Remember, Mike, they are saying even after his election that the feds can still come after Donald Trump for a RICO. So, of course, Trump definitely wants to cut the feds up. Okay. So, I guess the thing was if you're my enemy or enemy, you know how it is. A friend of my friend is an enemy or some shit like that. That's how I think it's going.
People would like you, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Apprentice, you mentioned once in 20.
Ooh, and he said whether a person like him or don't like him, it don't have any impact. So I think he said a lot. First, I listened how the reporter started off with saying, you know, you and Diddy used to be good friends. And I felt like if Trump did not want to be close tied to Diddy like that, he would not have that reporter stating that. He wouldn't say, no, you need to rephrase that. Don't say we were good friends, you know. But for Trump to allow the reporter and not be bothered by him saying, y'all used to be good friends, to me, that's an eye opener. To me, Trump let Diddy know that you really hurt me, Diddy. The shit that you were saying about me when I was running, you really hurt me. And he also let them know that you haven't asked for my help, but I know you need it. I know you want to, Diddy, but you haven't asked. Why haven't Diddy people reached out to Donald Trump? I thought they would have been reached out to Donald Trump. Do you guys think Donald Trump is lying about that? Because I could have swore I heard articles saying that, you know, Diddy team was trying to get Donald Trump. But I do know Tony Busby, he was taking pictures with Donald Trump, but we don't even hear Tony Busby. Have y'all heard about Tony Busby recently? It's like Tony Busby done got in a trash can. I don't hear about him. I would have thought I saw Tony Busby walking in a courtroom or something. But I have you press one if you guys heard about Tony Busby. It's like he almost disappeared. I guess Tony Busby, he's working on Shannon Sharp now. But I haven't heard shit about Tony Busby. But these are the articles just to let you guys know this is a big real thing right here. All right. So you see all the articles. Every article is reading, could Trump pardon Diddy and in this trial? Trump answers whether he will consider pardoning Diddy. He said he will consider it if Diddy is convicted of the RICO. All right. So as you guys can see, Trump says he will consider pardoning Diddy if he's convicted of the RICO. And you guys know Trump has pardoned so many people. Larry Hoover, he's free now. Who else is free now? These people right here, Todd and the other person, they're free. His wife, and they've been speaking out a lot, and they're so grateful for Trump. All right. So, you know, Trump, I think if Trump does this as well, it just emboldens Trump to be like, you know what? We need Trump on our team because Trump is the person that he's the joker. He's the wild card. You know, if you are in a hole, you better pray that Donald Trump can save you because that's the only person that will, you know, give you some type of grace. I'm looking in the comment section. It says, I don't think Diddy want to do any more wrong doing after this, but I really don't think he will. But don't forget, the feds haven't brought out all the evidence on Diddy, so they can still come after him. Well, yeah, they can still come after him, but if Trump is coming after the feds and Trump is going to take down the feds, that's what it's looking like, you know, so we'll just have to see. It's going to be a fight, Trump versus the feds. So, ooh, what a sight to see. I'm looking in the comment section. Trump is a real get out of jail card. He is everything. Yes. I mean, he has given so many people grace. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, people would still be rotting in the jail cell now. You know, Trump has definitely showcased himself as the man of grace, the man of the hour, you know, the man that can change the whole situation, because these other presidents, they didn't have the courage to do what Trump is doing now. You know, so what do y'all think about this? Diddy's rock the vote was for Democrats. I know why people are oppressed about Trump. He said, look into it and see if he treated unfairly. Well, Diddy might have to be a Republican after this. Diddy might have to go ahead and just put on the red and just say, fuck you, Democrats, because at the end of the day, people also felt that it was the liberals that got Diddy shitted on, because I guess Diddy did not do what the liberals wanted him to do. So therefore, they took down their own kind. because this have Democrats written all over this, the taking down and the Me Too movement and stuff like that. So Diddy may have to just turn and just say he's gonna be Republican. Diddy gonna have to join a train with the Snoop Dogs and all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Hell, okay. He gonna have to put that mega cap on like Kanye West, and I think he will. Kanye West, he is a mega, you know. Kanye West was urging for free Diddy. A lot of people was urging for free Diddy. So I think I can see Diddy with a free a mega, make America great again. Because the Democrats ain't helping his ass. Hell. The Democrats can't help him. Okay? Shit. Oh, my goodness. What y'all got to say about this? Trump is the only person admitting he was friendly with Diddy. Well, Aubrey, it's a lot of people. Stevie J, Kanye West. It's a few people that have, admitted they're cool with Diddy. And he said he used to be, but he hasn't been friends anymore since, once Trump decided to run for president, a lot of people treated President Trump wrong. They shamed him. They were like, "What are you doing?" He got mistreated, as what Trump was saying. So he says, "Yeah, Diddy, I remember you said a lot of horrible shit about me in the media." But at the end, Trump said, "I'm not going to hold that against you. If I like you, I don't like you," because at the end of the day, I don't think it's about Diddy. I think it's about the feds, and Diddy's just going to be used as a pawn like he's always been used. So I think it's really Trump versus the feds. But what are y'all thoughts about this? Isn't Trump a federal criminal president? He is, and that what makes it better. If I am a felon and you're just trying to convict me, of course I'm going to tear your ass. Of course I'm going to tear down the feds. Hello? I'm going to tear down the feds. So, he's going to do whatever he can to do it. You guys elected him president. Hell, didn't y'all elect him? All right. So this is what you get. So what are your thoughts about this? Comment, let me know. Some other articles that's out that I can share with you guys. This is what Suge Knight had to say about Diddy. Check this out. This is what Suge Knight had to say.
Diddy, Puffy, as you call him, Sean Combs. Do you think that he will want to testify in his own defense?
He probably was advised not to, but I feel if he do tell his truth, he would walk. If Puffy go out there and say, "Hey, I wasn't in control of my life at the time," or himself, and he can humanize his own self, and the jury might give him a shot. But if they keep him sitting down, it's like he's scared to face the music.
About Diddy, Puffy.
Well, you heard what Suge Knight said. Suge Knight said Diddy need to speak his truth, and he said that could save him. Suge Knight said, "Diddy, come on the stand, speak your truth, make you seem humanized, and say that it was the drugs. You were not in your right frame of mind when you did all this, and people will see you humane." And Suge Knight said, "You can walk." That's Suge Knight. So comment. I want to know what y'all thoughts about this. What's your thoughts about a tough woman? Did you see what President Trump said about Diddy? Okay. So I will replay that in a minute. It was another thing I came across. So you guys know Todd Chrisley, he's speaking out now. You guys know President Trump, he decided to pardon him, Larry Hoover, and NBA YoungBoy, and a host of other, criminals. But this is what Todd had to say about inequality about African-American men in prison.
So many people are told no. And being in the prison system, anyone that says that it's a fair shake, it's not. Because I dealt with young African-American males in the prison that I was in that were not treated the same. They were denied programming. They were denied access to certain things. I was not denied that, but we know why I wasn't denied that. And so I think that is a much bigger picture that we all as a society as a whole need to look at, that we are one. And whether you're Republican, Democrat, or whatever, at the end of the day, when you're in that hospital, you don't care if it's a Democrat treating you or a Republican. Now, some of you may, but I want whoever's going to be the best. This is a long shot because so many people.
He better tread lightly. Hell, Donald Trump just gave you a thing, and here you go talking about some Democrats and Republicans. You know the megas ain't gonna like that. Todd, I think Todd had a little bit too much of black peen up in the jail cell. I think Todd had too much black peen in the jail cell. I don't know. You know, he's coming out here trying to be, the quality leader. I think Todd is moving wrong out here in the streets, but I could be wrong. What do you guys think about Todd saying all that? Tough Woman says, I think Trump knows the higher ups has a lot to do with Diddy was handling things. I don't know. Maybe. But can you guys please like this video? We definitely need to get the likes up. But for you guys that are just coming in, I'm going to replay what Trump said so you guys can see that video. All right, let me bring this up here.
That Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that.
All right, so there you go. So I'm going to read comments here on the side so you guys can see. Tiffany says the Christies are raising their mixed granddaughter. Oh, that's why they do the black stuff, because they got some black kids. Okay. Donald Trump passed the prison reform bill while Biden created the 94 crime bill to enforce harsher sentences on black people. Wow, Tiffany said, I didn't know that. I didn't know it, Tiffany. All right, so here it is. People in the comment section about Donald Trump, this is what they're saying, y'all. And of course, I'm looking at a liberal, urban, platform. So you're gonna see a lot of, Okay, here it is. Sure, he would. Pretty much they're saying, sure, Donald Trump will pardon Diddy. They share the same principles, okay? That's what people feel like. Donald Trump and Diddy share the same principles. Now, I'm sure they're not saying that Donald Trump hits on his women. I'm sure they're not saying Donald Trump get into freak-offs. I'm sure they're probably saying that Diddy and Trump, they have the same principles as far as making money, as far as that goes. So let me continue here. They said, if that's the case, free R. Kelly, lock up the parents. Okay. So people are saying, if you're going to free Diddy, can you please free R. Kelly and lock up the parents that was dealing with R. Kelly. Okay. Do you guys want R. Kelly free too? Press 2 if you guys feel like R. Kelly should be free. Press 9 if you don't want R. Kelly free. What y'all think about R. Kelly? All right. Ooh, this is a big ass paragraph. I don't feel like reading this, but I'm going to try it. If America becomes a country where this is acceptable, it's already acceptable. He's already pardoned people. What you talking about? For a president to give just celebrities and friends free passes whenever he wants publicly, randomly, we are done for. Well, we already done for if that's the case. Doesn't matter what politics you into. This is the death of America. Man, America's already been gone. If someone can assault your wife for years and just say Trump is my friend, that's it in the ball game. Well, they've been doing that when they have kings and queens. They've been having, if you're classism, racism, that it's been a thing in America. So now it's more what elitism. It's always going to be a thing. It's always going to be a hierarchy. It's always going to be a patriarchy. That's what runs the world. I'm so lost with you guys. I guess maybe you drink the Kool-Aid and you feel like everything is fair and everything will be fair in the world. I don't think that will ever happen. I feel like people give you, well, I guess they're doing right. They're selling you a dream that everything is going to be fair and just hope for the best. And I think they did a great job with selling people that. For me, I have never drunk that Kool-Aid. I have always known my place in America and I've played my part. Okay. And that's why I don't get in no mess. That's why I don't get in no mess, because I know my position. Okay. I know what I can and what I can't do. I was taught at a very young age. Know your place. You can't do what everybody else do. Okay. If you want this, you're gonna have to work 5 times harder. Okay. And I just accept it and I move accordingly, and it has worked for me. Just for me. It's worked for me. So I know you guys have different principles and you feel like you can do whatever you want to do because the next person have done it, and just see how that gets you. But don't get mad when they treat you differently because you're different. Okay. So I'm glad I've been taught a certain way. Word up. Hey, word up. Hey, for real though. All right. So what else they're saying out here? Free Betty. At this point, my girl is innocent. I don't know, somebody named Betty. So at this point, people are just telling Trump to pardon a lot of people that's a felon, I guess. All I'm saying is free this person, free that person. The world is absolutely shit show. Diddy lawyers were all about to call Trump, and Diddy is about to kiss both Trump's cheek. He should. If I was Donald Trump, if I was in Diddy's situation, I'd be kissing his ass cheeks, his feet cheeks, whatever I gotta do. I'd be like, mega, make America great again. Fuck Democrats. Look, man, you want a Diddy list? I'll be like, Donald Trump, what you want? You want me to put all these Democrats on the list? I say Obama was on that shit. Michelle, Donald Trump, whatever you want. They have freak offs at Harvard. Donald Trump would love that shit. Diddy, if Diddy say all the freak offs, all Harvard, at the freak off. What else you want, Donald Trump? Okay. Shit. Beyonce. Come on, you know the names he don't like. Shit. Okay. Hell yeah. You better use Diddy as your pawn. Hell. And that's how you eat. Okay. Oh shit. What y'all think about that? What y'all think? Okay. Ooh, wouldn't that be something? Would y'all buy it if Trump pardoned Diddy and they had like a mega reporter questioning Diddy about the freak offs and who all was there, and Diddy started talking about Obama and the kids, the people at Harvard. Do y'all think people will eat it up? And he can say whatever he want. He could make a lie because this Diddy show, and y'all been wanting Diddy to spill the beans. Oh, y'all be like, name all the liberal elites in Hollywood, Diddy. Name all of them. Diddy is gonna flip on all the liberals elites in Hollywood for Donald Trump to get that pardon. Oh God. Would y'all believe it? Press 1. Do you think the people will believe it? Press 9 if you feel like they won't believe it. I think they'll believe it. I think y'all eat it up. I sure would. So Trump usually sells pardon for around 1 million. This is somebody talking. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're saying he's selling pardons for 1 million. But I'm guessing he charged Diddy much more than that. But if Trump is already saying he'll look at the facts, that means he is signaling to Diddy to start posting date the check. Duh. Anybody with a brain knows he's sending a signal to Diddy, hell, to say, Diddy, you need me, bruh. Okay? Write that check because I'm your last hope. Okay? Donald Trump, he have made deals with, what's their name? Quote or some shit with the Jets and shit. Donald Trump, hell, that's the real VP. Hell, man, Donald Trump. Woo, man, when I tell you, you don't want to be on Donald Trump's bad side. You don't want to be. You look what he's doing at Harvard. And you know, they said, I don't know. People say the reason why he's doing that to Harvard is because they rejected his son. Then people are saying the reason why he's doing that to Harvard because, you know, Michelle went there, Obama went there, and Obama kids went there. But man, you don't want to fuck with Trump, but that's all I know. Woo! Well, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Tough Woman says Trump will consider Diddy pardon to keep Diddy from giving up higher profile people names. Really? I kind of see it a different way around. I think that if Trump gets, if Trump gets Diddy in his back pocket, then Trump can use Diddy as a mouthpiece. And Diddy, whatever high profile names that Diddy give up, you're going to believe. So if Trump tell Diddy, say Obama, Michelle was at the freak off, if he say that, you're going to eat it up because you already eaten up, and Diddy haven't even said nothing, but people are already going to eat it up already. So I feel like if Trump get Diddy in his back pocket and Diddy going to do and say whatever Trump pleases for his agenda, you know, the Hollywood liberal elite is a wrap because he going to have Diddy saying whoever name he want to say, and people are going to believe it. And that's just what it is. That is just what it is. I think it's a smart power move when it comes to Trump to have that Diddy in his back pocket because Diddy knows so many information, you know? So is Diddy going to fold? I think he will. He don't got no other playbook. And the Democrats left Diddy. The Democrats the one that put Diddy in the seat where he in now. So on his hope is the MAGAs. Whew. Comment. I want to know your thoughts about this. I'm going to get on out of here. Make sure you guys like this video, share this video, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Bye. Whew.